The art of doing nothing and why it's productive.
Doing nothing isn't laziness, it's resistance to chaos.
In a world obsessed with hustle, productivity, and measurable progress, doing nothing feels like a sin. If you're not building, creating, improving, achieving, you're falling behind. But what if that belief is the problem? What if doing nothing isn't laziness, but resistance to chaos? Today, we explore a radical idea from Taoism and ancient philosophy. That stillness, non-doing, and presence are not only healing, but productive. Not in the way the modern world defines productivity, but in a deeper, more human way.
Wu Wei, the power of effortless action.
In Taoism, there's a concept called Wu Wei, often translated as non-action, but that's a misunderstanding. Wu Wei doesn't mean inaction. It means aligned action, doing without forcing, acting in harmony with the flow of life. Imagine a river. A log floats downstream, not because it's trying, but because it's positioned to move with the current. Now imagine swimming upstream every day, believing that struggle equals progress. That's modern life. But the Taoist asks,
why not float? Why not pause before pushing? Why not let the mud settle before trying to see clearly?
Doing nothing, in this sense, is choosing not to resist reality. And that, paradoxically, is how things begin to shift on their own.
Stillness is not stagnation.
Let's be clear. Stillness is not stagnation. It's the deliberate act of not reacting. It's the space between stimulus and response where choice lives. The Stoics called this apatheia, not apathy, but inner calm. They understood what we've forgotten. That clarity doesn't come from noise. Wisdom doesn't come from rushing. Growth doesn't come from always doing. We don't always need to react, plan, optimize. Sometimes, the wisest move is to wait, to breathe, to observe, like a skilled archer who waits for the wind to settle, like a master sculptor who stares at the stone longer than they chisel it.
The philosophy of procrastination.
Here's a twist you didn't expect. Procrastination isn't always bad. In some philosophical traditions, procrastination is reframed as instinctive timing. You delay not because you're lazy, but because something doesn't feel aligned yet. Seneca once said, "Sometimes, even to live is an act of courage." So ask yourself, are you procrastinating or gestating? Is your delay avoidance or incubation? Many creative breakthroughs come not when you're forcing effort, but when you finally stop pushing. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. And sometimes doing nothing is the subconscious working through resistance, getting ready to strike with clarity.
The modern crisis of overdoing.
We live in an age of chronic overproduction. We equate busyness with worth. Rest feels like guilt. Silence feels like failure. But look around. Burnout is everywhere. Anxiety is normalized. Restlessness is the norm. Maybe we've misunderstood productivity all along. Maybe it's not about how much you do, but how aligned you are when you do it. Doing nothing gives your nervous system time to regulate, gives your ideas time to form, gives your spirit room to breathe. In fact, it might be the most courageous act left in a culture that monetizes your attention and sells you your own exhaustion.
Make space to be human.
You don't need to fill every hour. You don't need to earn rest through exhaustion. You don't need to apologize for pausing. The truth is, doing nothing is doing something. It's listening. It's integrating. It's remembering that you're not a machine. You are a human being, not a human doing. And maybe the most radical thing you can do today is nothing at all.
Closing thought.
Lao Tzu said, "By doing nothing, everything is done." So stop measuring your day by output. Stop apologizing for silence. Let the moment be enough. Because peace isn't something you force. It's something you allow. And sometimes, the wisest action is to stop acting altogether. If this video made you pause, maybe that pause was the point. Procrastination isn't always failure. Sometimes it's the soul saying, "Not yet." So, don't rush. But when you're ready, subscribe, breathe, and return when stillness calls again.